Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is the Mad Chemist Church, or Church McGurch, depending on where you know me from, and welcome back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. If you are someone who follows the channel, you'll notice that there was no video last week. I made a post about it in the channel, whatever you post, whatever you want to call it. I've been dealing with some stuff, and I just didn't get a chance to record it. On top of, I just kind of buried my nose into Power World 1.0 release, which I will have a review for soon. As soon as I pretty much am done with it. I have a server that I'm playing on with some friends. And when I get officially done, like I feel like I've completed everything I can complete, I'll probably do like a updated review, as I have already done a review for Power World. So I feel like I'm gonna do an updated review for like the 1.0 release, basically the full launch. So like I said in my last video, I'm kind of playing this due to Power World being kind of taking up my entire time. The other reason that I posted about was kind of a out of nowhere thing, so that really wasn't what I had planned on or planned for. So I'm back at it now. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing, which I usually play as Raphael. I played about 2 times last time as Raphael, so I'm gonna kind of switch it up and play as the different turtles. So Raphael is my favorite turtle, followed by Michelangelo.
Clean up the sewers again.
And then Donatello, then Leonardo. That's just kind of like, I've always loved Raph because he is me. What should I take? Increase damage. Ooh. I'm gonna take that.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, double
Fire
select. Let's take that.
Too hot to handle. I offer you
Portal.
a portal of
Increased veteran and champion enemies, 15 plus increased enemy damage and health, 10% dragon coins. Declining 3 portals will stop more from appearing this run. I think I'm going to just decline it.
Ew.
Raphael was always me. Like, I always identified with Raphael, which is weird, you know. According to Hollywood and all these famous actors and people that know better than me,
Gonna keep this in my pocket.
say I can't identify with anything that doesn't look like me. Weird how I identify with a large green turtle. Weird how that works. I've always been a Raphael. I've always been someone that deals with stuff on my own more than dealing with, you know, going to others to try to help deal with it. And that's kind of Raphael's thing. He's nice double select on that one.
Oh, heck yeah. Fire stuff.
Little pocket. Oop. I was trying to read that, but okay. And he was like, I always felt he was me. Like, if I was a Ninja Turtle, I would have been Raphael. I would have chose to deal with the realities and the harshness of life.
And so you grow stronger.
Oh, so I go stronger. I like that one. Attack damage increased. I like that.
Look into the light.
Another challenge.
Yeah, let's try this. Let's mini boss hard mode. It's at least a mini boss. Oh, that was a bit of lag there. That was not it. I was not expecting the lag. I don't know if that'll show up in the recording, but yeah, that was a quite... I'm experiencing quite a bit of lag here. Which I have actually never had lag on this game before. Should probably also like use my specials and stuff. I don't really know what Michelangelo does other than the like he like whips around. He's like an AoE character in this one. I don't know what his special does. Or not special, but his tool. This isn't much of a challenge. This is just kind of like... Oh, that's right, he taunts. And that taunting makes the enemy weaker. Not weak, but weaker. Or gives him a debuff. Got him. Mini boss defeated. I don't know exactly what you get for the gauntlet mode. Ooh, I like Raphael's.
Beast mode activated.
Beast mode activated.
A
Portal of pacing. Enemies move and strike faster. Nah, I'm not gonna take that one. He was also the one that was the more brutal. He wasn't very calm and collected, and I've never been a calm and collected person for most of my life. I've learned over time to be calm and collected, and that's kind of where I feel like Raphael would go as he aged and as he grew up. He would eventually...
If scrap is money, then I'm a scrap billionaire.
All mells are self-destruct. I'll take that.
Mice.
And I kind of feel that would be where Raphael would go as he aged. He would eventually cool his head and learn that not everything needs to go from 0 to 100 so quickly, like I used to do in my youth. 50% damage to enemies with a barrier. Reduces damage from... see, I can negate that though. Let's go the barrier.
Nice. The chairman. That means pizza.
And Raphael he's not all just mood and brood and rude or crude or whatever you want to...
I hope you come bearing
whatever you want to call it. He also is kind of an asshole. And that's kind of where I've sat with things, like the way I think, the way I do stuff. I've been told I'm an asshole, so I just kind of like, well, you know what? I guess if it plays in to things, then, you know, I'll take it. Final strike causes an explosion. Specials and tools deal that. Dashing. I do dash a lot.
Too hot to handle.
a challenge. Should you accept it?
Let's just fight the boss normally. I don't think I'm powerful enough to be taken on the
Not a
gauntlet.
monster, Leatherhead. Don't let them lie to you.
Amphibian ambush. So yeah, Raphael's always been like this snarky, kind of rude, abrasive. Tell it to you straight to your face. Not gonna lie to you or sugarcoat it, and that's kind of the way I've always been. Like,
Booze is not fun, y'all.
I've never really sugarcoated anything. I've pretty much just, like, I've spoke my mind. If something's happening, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's okay, you know. Here's this lie to make you feel better. I'm just gonna tell you, like, yeah, no, that's stupid. Don't do that. And yeah, it's gotten me in trouble, and it's got, you know, I've lost friends and other things over it, you know, and people have called me for different things, and I'm like, it's nothing new, really. I mean, if you can't really tell by the camera, like, I am not a small person. I'm paying attention, I'm looking at something else. I'm not a small person, so I've been made fun of all my life for that. You know that fact. Nice. It took half my health. So
Find you a nice pond to go relax in, LH.
So it's not something that I'm too far out from, you know. Hearing people say something like, wow, that was bold, or whoa, that was like straightforward. And I'm like, yeah, I'd rather tell you something straightforward than, you know, try to let's take that stack for critical hit. What's this one?
Portal of power.
Increased veteran. See, I don't like the increased enemy damage and health. Yeah. So, and that was Raphael to a T. In, like, the cartoons, and the movie. Basically, I'm not 100% sure about the comic book, as I've only read a handful of the comics. And you can't really get, like, I'd love to get an entire collection of the old comics, but I haven't really been able to get my hands on them, and I've read a couple, and it seems that the characters going from the comic to the cartoons to the movies, they've all stayed close to, if not in similar shades to, the comic, and it just feels like Raph was the bigger turtle that felt like he needed to, you know, he needed to be somebody because he felt kind of out of place amongst all the other turtles. Because, you know, you had Michelangelo, who was good at, you know, kind of like physical activities. He was always like surfing or skating. Donatello was the smart one. Leonardo was more patient. He had the leadership skills. He had all this stuff that went for him. And he was kind of like Leonardo was kind of like the designated leader, like self-proclaimed leader. Even though I can't remember where I read it or if it was just somebody talking about it, but I remember reading or hearing about the fact that Raphael was supposed to be the leader and that he lost a fight or something to Leonardo, and that's why he's no longer the leader, or he's no longer supposed to be the leader. I don't remember where I heard that or where I read that, but that would be something. because you now have Leonardo, who's leading, who's patient, who's kind of like the chosen one from Splinter. He's like Splinter's chosen. Oops. He has the katanas, which, if you know, reduces damage received by 2%. Special weapons and tools grants light shell. Ooh. Ah, gain 10%. I like that.
Look into the light.
Look into the light. Okay, this is a mini boss. I think I'm gonna take it.
Fighting on the dock of the bay.
Guys, it's enough. There's no one out there. I mean, this isn't that much of a challenge. It's just he's got a lot of health, and there's probably like gonna be a large amount of Mausers spawning, which would be great if I had that Mausers drop like a crap ton of scrap or whatever. Wow, that was a lot of dabblage that I was taking, and I wasn't even like aware that I was taking it. Cry-yiminy. Nice. Complete pure pressure hard mode. Ooh. What should I take? Special size area? Special charge? Improve Michelangelo's inspiration? Plus 20% damage dealt and move speed for after defeating an enemy. Oh. 3 seconds though. I like attack area and attack. I like that.
Alright, let's shop till we drop, dudes.
So, you know, Raphael always kind of felt like he was out of place because he didn't really have anything. And that's kind of why, you know, that's why he struck out and why he was always against certain things and doing things, and like he was always trying to act high and mighty. It's because he kind of felt out of place, like he didn't belong. You know, there's a lot of theories that could go around. There's a lot of different things. Final strike. Stack a torrent, increases multi-hit. Plus 20% attack and special damage area. I like that as
some high quality H2O.
As Michelangelo, who is a wide area.
Farewell, my young engineers.
Where's Dot? Yeah. So, and that's kind of how I've always felt myself. It's like everyone else. Like I've never been good at anything in particular. My thing is I've always been big, and originally Raphael wasn't too much bigger than the rest of the turtles, but he was always kind of slightly bigger, and then in later iterations of it, they've always made him massively bigger than all the other turtles. So he becomes more of his personality, which is, as you can tell, like a musclehead. And at one point in time, yeah, I was very much a musclehead. I was in the gym like 2 to 3 times a day, easily 2 to 3 times a day, and and that's kind of why I've always liked him and always been him, because yeah, no, I would much rather deal with my stuff on my own than have to talk to or deal with it with other people. I like to be physically active rather than stationary. to go like practicing and doing one thing with like a training dummy or something. That's one thing, but actually getting out there.
I got the power.
A challenge, should you accept it?
All right, bros.
No, we're not doing that.
Yo,
This is the boss.
we're totally at sea.
Okay, Mikey. And that's where that one line from the
Time to
movie.
walk the plank, Karai.
Glibness will destroy the world.
She's mystic. That's where that line from the movie comes into play, and that was like one of the best lines from that movie. I guess that attack. Where he is unique amongst his brothers, and that's what separates him
You're gonna wake the
from his brothers
Pirate fantasy ends
and makes
here.
him
Turtle.
different. Like all his brothers are different. Is that instead of running to his brothers, he'd rather try to improve himself and deal with the challenge on his own first. And if he cannot deal with the challenge on his own first, then he now needs to know what he needs to improve. He now knows what. I hate this boss. She's just like near the end of the fight. She's just nothing but like AOE dot stuff, hot stuff, not dot. Not hot. Hot is heal over time. So now he understands what it's going to take for him to die to her dots, to her air standing in the fire. Where all of their self-improvement comes from their practice, and all of their self-improvement comes from the knowledge they gain from each other. All of his stuff comes from watching his brothers and learning from their mistakes, but also learning from his mistakes. Because he... There we go.
The foot will prevail.
Yeah.
Man, she's one loose cannon.
Let's go to the streets. Whereas, like, his stuff is... He's going to learn from his own faults, rather than from his brother's faults. And then rise above it.
Rocksteady said he cracked his hammer, and now he's totally got a gnarly cannon instead.
Okay, that's how they explain why he has the cannon instead of the hammer. Ooh.
Master Mike, at your service.
And that's kind of how I've always been. That's how he's always been. He's not going to take no for an answer, and if he does fail, he's going to come back twice as strong. And that's kind of how I've always been, where even if I fail, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back swinging harder. And then that's my, like, my reason why I've always been, like, more of a Raphael than any of the other ones. Because I am smart. I have had my aspirations of inventing things throughout my life and fixing things. That's kind of what I technically did, is I fix things.
I got
That
the
is not
power.
good. But then, like, I always try to make people smile and laugh, and that's what Michelangelo was. He's the airhead funny guy that he always knows not the right thing to say in a situation, but he always knows the funny thing to say in a situation. And that's kind of what I've always been trying to do in my life. Is I might not know the right thing to say to somebody in a situation, but I'll sure say something stupid and funny that will make everybody laugh in that same situation. And it might be to my own detriment, like Michelangelo, where he'll say something and it'll be, you know, him being dumb, but it'll make everybody laugh. And, that's the whole point, is that he's trying to make everybody laugh. It might be something stupid.
Definitely something I'll show to Father later. All right, but shop till we drop, dudes.
But it's also just
Welcome,
him.
young ones.
Good to be back.
And that's kind of one of those things where it's the same thing for me, is like I might say something really dumb that makes me look really dumb, but it's funny and
Just
everybody
gotta
laughs.
Break the crates, dude. Sorry, C-Man.
C-Man. How do I only have 400 every time I get here? Let's see, is there anything? I'll replace that. At the start of a room, fill your tool. Final strike calls down to lightning. Special. Yeah, let's do that.
Talk about a jump start.
I was hoping for the anti-lightning one would pop up.
Please do come again.
Please do come again. And that's kind of why he's my next favorite turtle, is because I always want to be funny too, and I always want to not be the center of attention, but be that guy that when everything's kind of looking bleak, there's that wisecrack of and that's what Michelangelo does. He has that wisecrack that just gets everybody going, even in the darkest of times. And then after that, Donatello became my technically third favorite of the brothers, because of the fact that
Dreams in my head and dreamer coins in my pocket.
oh, do I want to try this one?
Challenge. Should you accept it?
I don't think I have what I need for a challenge for a
Imagine if there were rats here too.
city at war. Oh, fighting the frogs. Where are they? Whoa, what is going on? I have never done this fight before, so I'm like supposed to. Am I not immune to his projectiles? Okay, I got one of them done. Oh, there's Foot Clan spawning in. That's new. I wasn't expecting Foot Clan to be spawning in. I've always been an inventor. I've always loved technology. I've always liked doing things. So the whole being the inventor, technology, being the smart guy, because I've always been smart. Like, I am by no definition or of the imagination am I dull. Reduces damage, positive effect duration, attack damage increased, light shield. You know what? Let's get the damage
I
reduction.
guess this makes me a brighter fighter.
And that's another reason I always liked Michelangelo too. He's like always one of my second favorite. It's because he's also a smartass. Raphael is more of the asshole smartass, whereas Michelangelo has always just been kind of the dumb smartass. Like it's funny. It's like it sounds like an oxymoron. Dumb. Yeah, it sounds like an oxymoron. A dumb smartass. That's kind of the way he's always been. And then Donatello was always the wisecracking, like, smartass. And that's kind of where I've always identified with Donatello.
Consider yourself totally
And why he was, like,
exterminated.
my third one. Third favorite, technically. Because he was kind of the wisecracking, like, he used intelligence to insult people. Which was something I would occasionally do. But it never seemed to get the point across to people. It always felt out of place. Like, yeah, I just insulted you, but did it really do anything? Because you didn't really understand what I just said. But I liked Donatello more for that. He invented things to help him and his brothers. And I've always wanted to invent things to help people. To help my family, to help others. So that's kind of one of the reasons why, like, he's my third favorite. He doesn't have the funny that I like to be, or the funny that I am, but he has the intelligence. He has that still wants to have fun, even though, you know, even though it's more, he wants to focus and be indoors and do nothing but tech, he still has the humor, he still has the gravitas, he still has the fun that the rest of them have. And that's what always leads me to Leonardo being my least favorite of the turtles. Let's see, what should I get? Special home deal. I have 100% to deal. Oh, that replaces that. That replaces that. Attacks deal 20%, 20 water damage. Final strike grants for 4 seconds. Turn. Multi-chance by 10%. Max up to 5.
Nice. The
Since it
chairman.
feels like
That means
Michelangelo.
I hope you come bearing scrap.
pizza. Ooh, smells good in here. Pizza time.
I feel like I'm also getting less scrap. Let's heal.
Only thing better than pizza is more pizza.
Because Leonardo is, he's wise more than he is intelligent. Leonardo is the leader. I've never seen myself as a leader. I've never seen myself as
We
someone
have received a gauntlet challenge.
A good trade in which is both fun.
as someone who takes charge.
After that last beating, you sure you want to fight some more? Oh, I ain't sure about a lot of things, right? But that...
Yeah, like that time you wasn't sure what would happen if you stuck a fork in the light.
Oh shit. I should be, with this light thing, I should be immune to his attacks. Not his attacks, but I should be immune to Rocksteady's attacks. As long as I keep the barrier up, I should be immune to Rocksteady's attacks.
Clear the runway, Rock. I got you, pal. Oh, beautiful. Let's make like a leaf flop.
I guess we follow this flying circus. It's an electric boogaloo. Keep breaking. Shield dude's gotta go.
Shield dude's gotta go. Ooh. And now there's a big laser. That's fine. Oh, what? Ow. Oh, come on. That's not fair. Through the, whatchamacallit?
I can see him. Behind the shield.
Through the laser? Or through the terrain? Oh, really? And it's gotta be one of the... Oh, come on. What is this nonsense? I'm glad I didn't do the damage one. Yeah, I've never really seen myself as a leader. I've never really seen myself as kind of like, yeah, I'm loyal. Yeah, I'm friendly, and I'm always there willing to lend a hand. And I'm always...
Don't matter. We're gonna three-time these jokers to get back at them.
Freakazoids, let's do this.
Time for the fire hole.
Coming true.
I don't think I'm immune to the explosions. But I'm pretty sure I'm immune to his normal bullets. Oh, come on. There we go. It's just, he was always the funny duddy. He was always the one that never wanted to let the turtles have fun or wrangle the turtles back in. Oh. I don't know his... He's got a pretty intense, like, attack pattern. I kind of see what his attack pattern is now. There it is. Okay. Shell shock.
Guess that means the party is over.
Until next time, party poopers.
Party poopers.
I don't know what's worse. Getting spanked by Bebop and Rocksteady or having to listen to those two idiots talking smack afterwards.
I don't think those things are mutually exclusive, Raph.
No, and the way we got tanked, they earned the right to make fun of us. Is someone?
Damn.
My shell's still throbbing from that beatdown.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to beat feet back there. I got a few words of my own I want to share with those doofuses.
I pretty much had them. But yeah, the whole he always wanted to stop them from having fun and yada yada yada, that kind of stuff. Always kind of like, sure. I could get 500. Level 2 would give me 2 revives. Where is like a straight up attack? Let's do that. Still have enough to get one more thing. Let's increase crit damage. So yeah, I've never, like, Leonardo was never like my favorite. Let's
If
do
you
the.
can dream it, you can redeem it.
I don't think I have enough. Yeah, so it's like, that's one of those things where it's, how long have I been? Okay, that's gonna do it for this one. But yeah, I've never like really liked Leonardo. He's like my least favorite, just because of that whole, like, he's never like, let's go have fun, or he's like, let's not charge in. Like, I understand he's the strategist, he's the one that's kind of like making the plans and keeping everybody together as like a tight-knit family. He is the leader, so he has to make the hard decisions, but that's never where I saw myself. And so that's why he's not really like, he's not my favorite of the four. The character that I do have to say is probably the character that I loved the most and was like, I always identify as Raph, but in all reality, I would totally be a Casey Jones. Like, if something were to happen or something to pop up or like anything real life, I would end up being Casey Jones. I would just have a smattering of random weapons, anything I can get my hands on, because I was a gym rat, I was a gym bro. I used to lift a lot, and I could lift a lot. And pretty much you put anything in my hands, and I might not be able to use it properly as a real weapon, but you put a weapon in my hands, and if you don't break, or if it doesn't break on you, it's gonna break you. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how it's going. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you love the Ninja Turtles, and let me know what your ranking is. Just for a review, I have Raph, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo, and that's probably how I'm going to play this. I'm going to do I already did a couple rounds as Raph. I'm going to do a couple rounds as Michelangelo, then Donatello, then Leonardo, and I think that's probably where I'm going to call it. I don't want this to go on for too long, and that should cover enough time for me to finish up Pal World and get back to doing other games so that I can play other games and review them and do a review of Pal World. And I can pick another game. I'm not sure if I want to go and do an indie, since I technically just did a AAA with Darksiders. I'm kind of waiting to see in this time frame if we get a date for Darksiders 4, because if we get a date for Darksiders 4 and it's going to be soon, I think I might just skip to Darksiders 2 and start recording Darksiders 2, because like I've said in previous videos, I'm going to do Darksiders 2 recorded. Then I'm going to play Darksiders 3 and Genesis on my own. Just because time, those are long games, and I'm not a fan of Darksiders 3 or Genesis, but I'm a massive fan of 1 and 2. So, until next time, the dice have been rolled, the wheels spun, or the story told, the dice rolled, the wheels spun. Until next time, adventure on.